my biological father, Mike Hanks, was when he was living in Detroit. He was a musician, and he would do upholstery, and he did a lot of hustling things to get the capital. He worked in a factory to get the capital to make D-Town music happen. But the interesting thing is that he learned the actual craft. I know that one of the records, The Hawk, is an instrumental record where he's actually playing the keyboards. So then he would have been a multifaceted musician, trumpet, and playing piano. Also an engineer because he had the pig pen. He also was the, I would have to say, the A&R guy, you know.
He was multifaceted.
He was multifaceted, and so how it felt to me was I really wanted to meet my father at the time. But when I got the record, Detroit, Michigan, on the Maz label, it made me feel like I really want to get a chance to find out how you do this. What is this? You know, as a kid. And so we grew up not having the chance to see him, but talking to him on the phone. I'm asking, as most kids do, I want a bass, or I want a guitar, or I want something to be in the music business, which didn't really happen. And even when my mother kept promising me that she'd buy me a mouthpiece for a trumpet that wasn't there, I still didn't think that I was going to be in the music business. I really thought to myself, well, this is a great thing. I like the song. I really like getting up, shaking my butt, and dancing. And lo and behold, my uncle came into our lives, my Uncle Jerry, and he put us together as the Carmichael movement. And after my father died, then I chased after his life. And I found out about administration, and I found out so many things that wasn't in place, but D-Town was this successful label, Maz label, Wheelsville. I mean, and I should have articles maybe the next time or whatever. Right. I will actually, you know, show you this, but the cool thing about it is I had a chance to learn.
Right.
You know, throughout the whole thing. Again, even before we talked about doing this, and I didn't tell you about Kid Rock recording D-Town as one of his records, which made it valid. You know, it's like you go through your whole life, you see and hear all of these records. I mean a lot of records that had people like D. Edwards, Cody Black, Lee Rogers, Emmanuel Lasky. There was even some records with the Staple Singers, even some records with...
And what era was that?
This was all out of the 60s.
Wow.
Late 50s, early 60s, and even through the 60s, getting close to the 70s.
Is that when D-Town Records was started, the late 50s?
Yeah, I would think it started, it was the late 50s, because I was born in 52, so 10 years later is 62. To know that his catalog, which is, again, another thing that we talked about, his catalog is on vinyl. There are no masters. Stuff that was recorded on 2-track tape, which at that time was 1-inch.
Wow.
You know, and then you had the board that was maybe 2 channels, you know, where you ping-ponging back and forth. So then he gets to the next level of 8-track. You know, an 8-track was 1-inch tape.
And you keep going up and up.
It just gets
as technology
bigger.
Progressed.
So then they transferred the masters into this vinyl process, and now that's all we have left. And some of his records, Melvin Davis was another artist that's very popular right now. It's worth $5,000, $6,000, $7,000.
That's insane.
Just on a small 30 or 45 vinyl. You know, so it's, you know, again, the circle is almost complete.
So you were trying to follow your father's blueprints as far as how he was trying to start.
As far as I could see it, that's what I was trying to do. You know, so
that's great.
It's interesting because I even had a career. I still, you know, it's off and on with Ray Parker Jr. Went through that process, but the treat of it was when we went to England, and I got a chance to meet some of the people that believed in the Mike Hanks or the D-Town product, which the first town was, I think it was Burlingame or something like that, Birmingham, England. And they have what would be the Northern Soul movement. And again, it was the vinyl that sustained it.
And still is.
And it's still sustaining it.